it's been incredible, and to be a part of something like Beetlejuice that was so influential on me as a person and also so many people is it's kind of too much to comprehend, I think.
Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid! I am serious!
If you say his name 3 times, he will appear. Beetlejuice.
The juice is loose.
Let me start with you. What is it like for you to be with these 2 legends in such an iconic sequel?
It's unbelievable. I still can't believe. I feel so lucky to be here and to have had that experience because, you know, they're giants in what they do. So I learned so much from them. They're also just really sweet, funny people. I have such a good time when they're around. So it's been incredible, and to be a part of something like Beetlejuice that was so influential on me as a person and also so many people is it's kind of too much to comprehend, I think.
Yeah, I had such a formative experience being so young, being terrified by the snake at like 8 years old when I first watched the first
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Good.
How old were you? Hey, how old?
Like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that really sticks with you.
Yeah. But it was funny too, right? It's
Yeah.
like this movie. It's scary, funny, scary, funny, scary.
Yes. For you 2 being back, was it intimidating being back on set, making a sequel to such an iconic film that meant so much to so many people?
For me, it was intimidating or scary leading up to it, but once we got on the set, didn't it feel different? Because in every conversation with Tim, he just more and more he made me convinced. He convinced me that he knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
He just seemed so confident, didn't he?
I know.
And he kept saying, you know, we're going to work it out. It's not all there. We're going to work it out. It's going to be okay. And he was so open to ideas. Whatever you want to give, whatever, you know, got any ideas for your gallery show? I want to hear them. You know, just anything and everything. You could talk about your character for. Sorry?
I wondered, like, is that a technique to make us feel? Or is he?
Yeah, but he actually listens.
Yeah,
no, he actually uses your ideas.
Like, it's not. It's very rare that
it's like
you have that. I see. It's like these 2 sort of. With Tim, it's like there's this sort of freedom and collaboration and inclusiveness, but you also feel really safe.
Yeah.
You know, because you know. Like, I was so moved of how like protective of Lydia he was. I didn't realize, you know, that he had identified with her on the first one. I remember I read that or saw him say that, and I was like, I was so, it made me emotional. But he's very protective of our characters, you know, and but he wants to. You know, it was so special to feel that way because on the first one, it was the first time I felt included. You know, that I was asked, like, well, what do you think? You know, and
collaborative.
When you're young, you're not often asked that. You're just sort of, at least I was sort of like, there's your mark and there's your cue. But it was so it had that spirit, and that was just.
Just the way it works, isn't it?
Yeah. Doing all of the cast interviews today, I feel like the #1 thing that kept popping up was just how much fun that you had when the cameras were not rolling. Yeah. Catherine, I heard your hoot. That you were always trying to make Justin laugh. He was like, I can't even look at Justin. I can't even look at Catherine.
I tell her how funny he is.
Really? I was going to ask, who's the funniest in the cast? Who made you laugh the hardest?
He really made me laugh.
I knew I would break if I looked at him during certain sequences that we were shooting.
Jenna actively
so intensely cheesy.
Avoided him.
Avoided eye contact. We would sometimes look at each other like, no, we can't look.
It was because like you could see his ponytail waving in the wind.
I know.
He's trying to stare you down.
And the voice.
The voice
is
so
great.
So
just his sincere cheesiness.
Yeah.
So
no,
great.
He's really good. And off camera, he just goes on riffs.
Oh,
One of the best I remember is him acted like a cheeseball actor, talking about the power he has on a set. It's intimidating to other actors. It's just he's
so
too good at it.
So funny. Well, speaking of characters, Jenna, I also want to ask you, I feel like I got a little hint of Wednesday. Is there anything that you learned from Wednesday that you brought to Beetlejuice?
No.
Really?
No, I really don't think so. I mean, I think obviously it's Tim's world, so I think that, you know, things in the universe kind of naturally and you know, it kind of it can be similar at times, or, you know, some of the, like a lot of my lines were nasty or bitter, and, you know, that's like Wednesday's whole thing. But for the most part, I think a lot of what was based in Astrid was just kind of the experience that she had growing up, you know, not being very close to her mom,
Yeah.
being sent away to a boarding school, losing her father, her parents getting divorced. There's just like a lot of resentment. I think she was just kind of mad at the world.
Yeah.
I think she's actually quite a normal person, but I think sometimes that stress and not knowing where to put it or place it is kind of where her nastiness came from, where Wednesday she just kind of, she does it for the pleasure of it all.
Right.
The pleasure of it all.
Yeah, I loved so much what Jenna brought because, you know, it's completely unique. It's so unique, and it really made me think a lot about what are, you know, like it made sort of my making. So I mean, I have to have backstory. Like I do these days.
Right.
It's like
She
so,
said that.
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
like, you know, that it was just very, very unique, and it was great, and it helped me a lot. You know, I swear, like I have that, like, what do you think? Like, if I try, what do you think if I try this? Like, I learned a lot from.
Yeah. I love it. And speaking of other shows we love, I know Beetlejuice is opening up this, you know, a new world, but we're also closing a chapter with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
How was the final season? How was that wrap up for you?
We're still filming.
Still happening.
Yeah, till the end of the year. So,
How's it going to be for you to say goodbye to that?
I don't
character in that
know.
chapter?
I mean, you know, it's going to be bittersweet. You know, it's going to be bittersweet.
Yeah. We're going to be sad too.
Yeah,
it's
but also
amazing.
it is the 10th year that, which is wild. I never imagined it would, you know, it's sort of like Beetlejuice. Like I don't think any of us anticipated that show becoming what
I did.
you did.
Oh, I said
did,
in about
yeah.
36 years we're going to do another one. That really matters.
you know.
Yeah, I said it.
Catherine, what do you remember most from filming the first one? Like, what sticks out? What's the memory?
Meeting my husband.
But yeah, it had to go.
Yeah. Oh, just how fun it was. I wish I gotta think of a better word than fun. I just sound like a goof who goes around and takes jobs to have fun. What are we doing today? But it really, I guess I look for that. And it was there every day. Really, the first one, just remember laughing with Tim about anything and everything. And poor Glenn Shattuck, he played Otho. I'm telling you, no one. He was like the social director of the cast. He kept us together for years. He would be calling us to try to get us together.
And writing us letters.
And
I
writing letters.
loved
And
getting
just,
letters from
no
Glenn.
one would be more in heaven
Then
doing this second movie than Glenn. I'm so sorry.
I know.
But yeah, the friends we made but just every day, honestly, every day was fun. That dinner scene, the day-o scene.
Yeah,
The guys
that's
under
amazing.
our table wearing shrimp gloves.
Right.
To grab our faces.
Why do I feel like
Just
Moira
all
Rose
that.
would also love Beetlejuice?
What's that? Sorry?
Moira Rose, I feel like
Oh,
she
yes.
would love Beetlejuice.
Don't know why I didn't get the role though.
That video had.
Yes. Oh my God. Amazing. Y'all are so iconic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
This
you.
was so fun. We love the
Thank you.
film. We're so excited for everything. So nice to meet you guys. Thank you.